Have you been with a woman and she's struggled to orgasm? Today, I'm gonna teach you exactly why that is and exactly how you can be the first guy to make her come. Being able to make a woman climax is one of the best ways to cheat-proof your relationship. Women don't cheat on guys who give them amazing sex. Amazing, memorable, mind-blowing sex. And the reason for that is the female orgasm releases oxytocin, which causes women to pair bond with their partner. A lot of women will run into mental roadblocks that inhibit their ability to achieve orgasm. Today, I'm gonna go over some of the most common reasons why women aren't able to climax, and we're gonna fix them for you and your partner. Reason number one, she's insecure about her orgasm. She's emotionally embarrassed about the way she sounds when she's enjoying sex. She's embarrassed about the way she thinks she looks, and that embarrassment and that insecurity plays on her mind and stops her from really feeling her body correctly and being able to achieve climax. She can't relax and just let go, which would allow her to reach climax. Now, there's two keys to fixing this particular problem. The first one is for you as a man to come across as very non-judgmental when it comes to sex. Non-judgmental about the way she looks, non-judgmental about the way she sounds, non-judgmental about her particular fetishes and kinks and desires or whatever she's into in the bedroom. You want to come across as non-judgmental as possible in the sexual context so that she can feel as relaxed and comfortable with you as she possibly can. And the second way we fix this problem is you as the man reinforcing to her how sexy you find the way she looks and the way she sounds when she is enjoying herself in bed and when she is getting closer and building up to that orgasm. You love her O-face, you love the sounds she makes, it's super sexy, it turns you on, gets you fucking rock hard. All of these things, these reinforcing statements are gonna appease and get rid of that insecurity and that embarrassment that she was previously feeling. Especially if she can physically see your raging boner getting even more raging as she's making those sounds and as you're watching her in those throes of passion and enjoying that ecstasy. The second major reason for women's orgasm mental blocks is that she isn't totally comfortable with you yet. Women's orgasm has a very large emotional component to it, especially if she's not a complete raging slut with like 1,000 bodies. Because if she's had a tremendous amount of partners, very typically her ability to produce oxytocin will be significantly reduced, which means she can't pair bond as well. So that impedes her need for emotional attachment to achieve orgasm in the first place. However, the average woman will need a degree of emotional attachment and emotional connection in order to feel enough trust and comfort with you to achieve that orgasm and to have that oxytocin connection, that pair bond with you. So it's your job as the man to make sure that she does not feel like a human fleshlight. You see, in her mind, this might sound weird, but even though, you know, your erect penis might be in her at that moment, somewhere in her brain, she might still be thinking, does he actually like me? So it's up to you to reinforce that feeling that she needs of, yes, you're actually into her. Yes, you're gonna stick around. She's not just another notch on your bedpost. All this stuff actually happens before the bedroom. This isn't something you do in the bedroom necessarily. It's more about the evidence she has outside of the bedroom that shows that you two are actually creating an emotional connection and a bond. Now she's able to relax and give in to the orgasm because she's afraid, this is the key part here, she's afraid that if she climaxes with you, she'll fall in love with you. And she doesn't want to fall in love with a guy who isn't going to stick around, who isn't actually invested and interested in anything long-term with her. Reason number three is you, the man, you're trying too damn hard. You are coming across to her like you need her to orgasm, like your entire self-esteem, your entire sense of self-worth, all your sexual confidence is invested in your ability to make her orgasm. That is a guaranteed way to put a woman in her head and make her feel nervous and anxious and put way too much pressure on her. Your self-esteem and your confidence is not her responsibility. So when you put that burden on her, every action has an equal and opposite reaction, right? If you put that burden onto her, it's the reaction to that is her not being able to let go and relax and actually climax, because she's trying not to bruise your ego. Here's another way of thinking about this. Imagine you're playing basketball, right? And you're shooting free throws. Free throws should be an automatic habit, like an unconscious physical routine. That's how a good free throw should be. And the reason why professional players will miss free throws when the game's on the line is simply because they're thinking about it. They're thinking about it too much. They've turned their conscious brain on and they're paying attention to their fingers every little bit. They're looking at the backboard too much, looking at the ring too much, they're paying attention to too many things. Whereas if their brain's switched off and they're just on autopilot, they hit the free throw. Think about the way that you're putting pressure on a woman to climax as like all of the fans standing behind the backboard trying to distract the guy shooting the free throw. Reason number 4 for why women have trouble orgasming is they overuse high-powered vibrators and toys. The male penis can't like and all this kind of shit, and it doesn't have the power of a goddamn jackhammer. But when a woman uses these super high-powered vibrators way too much, it can just destroy the nerve endings, not just on the clitoris itself, but all the surrounding tissue. Because the clitoris is actually a very, very big organ. It's not just that little tip at the very end. It's all the nerve endings deeper into her body and around the labia and the vulva. But when she's pounding away with these super high-powered vibrators, all those nerve endings are getting destroyed. It's the female equivalent to guys who have like death grip when they're jerking off. So the way you can fix this is, 1, to correct her masturbation habits. Tell her, hey baby, you can't use those toys anymore, or only I get to use those toys on you. This is a fun role-playing game to play, by the way. It's not like controlling or any shit like that. And the second thing you do is actually just watch her masturbate and observe her masturbation habits, so you can, again, correct them and make sure she teases herself more, has more of a build-up, uses more of her fingers than anything else, rather than these super high-powered toys. The 5th reason that women will have trouble orgasming comes down to her level of sexual experience. Now, there's a very common argument I've heard. If a woman is completely ran through, if she's had too many bodies, then she can't orgasm. Guys will assume that if a woman can't come with him, then, oh, it means she must be ran through. That's not entirely accurate. It's a bit more complex than that. Now, a lot of the sluttiest women I've ever been with, I've worked with hundreds of them because I've worked in adult entertainment, they actually orgasm super easily. And the reason is they know their body inside and out. They're very familiar. They've got a very good mind-body connection. So they know exactly how to get themselves off, and they know exactly what a guy needs to do to them to get them off. But women who are very inexperienced can have trouble climaxing sometimes because they don't know their body that well, particularly if they don't really masturbate at all. So they've got no clue the journey of sensations that they have to go through in their genital region and through their whole body and connecting with their brain to get to that level of climax, especially with a brand new partner. So if this is the particular reason why she can't orgasm, then what you can do is encourage her to masturbate, but masturbate with you. Maybe you're just going to spoon her and you're going to encourage her through dirty talk and whispering in her ear to touch herself. You're going to kind of guide her through that process. And outcome independence is very important here. It's not because you're trying to get her to orgasm, because that will create outcome dependence and that will block her mentally. Just tell her you're getting her to do it because you think it looks sexy. You find it sexy. It gets you fucking raging. And she'll probably feel that because if you're spooning her, you're going to be right there on her butt cheeks anyway. That will give her that kind of mental freedom to play around with it, explore her body like that without any outcome dependence, which will more likely get her to the point she needs to get to orgasm. Now, one surefire way to get most women off is to be incredibly good at eating pussy. And if you want to learn how to do exactly that, then you can check out this video right over here.